Live from the MultiGP headquarters, this is MultiGP News.
Today on MultiGP News, the very first regional qualifier in the Southwest closed out over the weekend, and pilots like Corey Mewo FPV and Colby SF FPV were smoking the regional qualifier track. The latest race results coming up. Plus, you've seen the broadcast of the 2017 National Championships at the Reno Air Races on NBC Sports last month. Now watch the very moment our national champion Alex Captain Vanover takes the winning title in the final and third episode. All the details straight ahead. Also, the second annual Baltimore Drone Prix kicked off alongside Light City Festival in Maryland last weekend. It was a spectacle with great racing. MultiGP News has the full recap. Then, the Central Illinois Drone Racers hosted their first season opener in the Riggs Brewery Race Series over the weekend. Plus, an important message from organizers of the Lightrax XB Tour you don't want to miss. And from the other side of the globe to many, our very own Joe Scully heads to the land down under for the 2018 Aussie Open. Finally, the AMA is calling out all pilots, FPV, UAV, and RC to help protect the hobby before it's too late. All this and much more coming up on MultiGP News. Welcome back, everyone. Here are your top stories this week on the MultiGP Rundown. In an urgent appeal, the AMA is reaching out to all pilots. We need your help writing Congress to protect the hobby through the special rule for model aircraft, Section 336 of the FAA Modernization and Reform Act of 2012. Recently, some industry stakeholders have publicly called upon Congress for an outright repeal of this rule.
This is unacceptable. AMA has been championing new language which preserves Section 336 and clarifies the true intent of who is and who isn't operating within this law.
Make your voice heard at modelaircraft.org/protect336. Something this Saturday on nationwide TV, MultiGP at the Reno Championship Air Races on NBC Sports. Catch a glimpse of what it was like from your own TV while catching some great full-scale racing. In 2017, the Reno Air Races partnered with MultiGP to bring their National Drone Championship to the National Championship Air Races, and a few takes from that race was included in NBC Sports' national broadcast of that event.
There's another fast competition going on at this event. It's called the MultiGP Drone Racing Championship. Now, this consists of 150 of the best pilots from all over the nation, qualified from over 700 regional races.
The three-part series was nationally televised for the first time on March 31st. Over 100 of the fastest pilots in the nation joined forces at the Reno Air Races to battle it out for their chance to take home the national championship title.
These competitors will battle over 3 days in bracketed competition, and that will take them down to the final 4 pilots. Those final 4 pilots will fly in the final race to see who is the champion. This is the largest FPV, or first-person view, drone racing series in the world, where they're reaching speeds of up to 100 miles an hour.
Catch the intensity of the competition and watch the very moment Alex Captain Vanover, who was only 17 at the time, take the title as the 2017 MultiGP National Drone Racing Champion.
I will say this regarding 2018 and the National Drone Racing Championship for MultiGP. I will be there. You know, I was worried that if something else came up, a racing event, that I wouldn't be able to go, but I would choose MultiGP at the end of the day. As far as 2018 results go, I would love to take the crown a second time. I know there's a lot of fast pilots who would love to rematch with me and have their shot, and by all means, any one of these pilots could definitely take me down and win it.
Remember, the final broadcast of the Reno Championship Air Races airs this Saturday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Find it on your TV lineup and watch some great racing. A perfect day calls for the first season opener in the Riggs Brewery Race Series for the Central Illinois Drone Racers. They did it, and boy, did they have an exciting race. Check it out. The Central Illinois Drone Racers hosted their first season opener in the Riggs Brewery Race Series over the weekend. The weather was predicted to rain all day with 30-mile-per-hour winds, but the drone gods must have heard about the race because the weather was almost perfect with no rain at all and no wind until the finals. 30 pilots meeting up, some traveling several hours from St. Louis, Chicago, and Indianapolis to race. 2 DRL pilots, Jacob Jaws Schneider and Jared J-Rod Quillen, also racing at the event. The race, sponsored by Briggs Beer Company, Horizon Hobby, Falcon Hobby Supply, White Noise FPV, and Central Illinois Drone Racers. Brad Ryan getting TQ and running away with the triple A main to win intermediate class. Check out this DVR footage of him battling it out with Sean Shames on the track. For the intermediate races, Tim Brake coming in third, Sean Shames Ames taking second, and Brad B-Rad Ryan snagging the #1 spot in the race. Armando Mondo and AK Numbers battling it out for 9 laps, pushing their 6S batteries to the limit. Jacob Jaws Schneider making a wild comeback, winning every heat of the A-main to take home the #1 spot. After some intense racing, here are the top pilots in Pro Class. Nick White, the chapter organizer for the Central Illinois Drone Racers, says the best part about organizing this race was the great turnout despite the weather forecast and meeting up with all the pilots in person after the long winter. Anthony AK Number Coons designed the first season opener track in the Riggs Brewery Race Series, as well as ran the scoring and timing software during that race. Now started in 2016, a hard-working group of better and better pilots created the Central Illinois Drone Racers. They're currently a Tier 2 chapter with 109 registered pilots and 29 completed races under their belt so far. Go Central Illinois Drone Racers! Hey, what an amazing event at the second ever 2018 Baltimore Drone Prix as a crown jewel at the Baltimore City Lights Festival held over the weekend. Pilots like Jessica Rotorgirl Farrar crushed on the artistic and cutting-edge track. MultiGP's very own Chris Slowpoke Perry drew cheers from the large crowd, and no one had more fun than the pilots, turning quite a few heads of a sizable crowd. The course inside a 75 by 150-foot netted truss enclosure with almost a dozen LED line custom-made metal artistic structures inside to maintain artistic integrity of the display and to allow for a smooth and less technical race course. The amazing race director Joe Scully and local MultiGP pilot Cody Dinosaur Wright adjusted the artist-designed original race layouts to make each crane or towers like a racing flag for a fast and flowing track. This truly showcased the speed and talents of drone pilots. The crowds were large and loved it. 500 to 700 spectators at any given time made their way around the course, taking in the action.
The next 90 seconds will decide. Good luck, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up.
Slowpoke Perry was the second overall qualifier. He had some bad luck through the brackets to end up 5th overall. And in front of a jam-packed crowd, here are your top 4 pilots. And the 2018 Baltimore Drone Prix champion, William Bilster, made his way out of the consolation bracket to sweep as the TQ and event champion, earning $1,200 in cash. Still some great flying in the books. Here's a bonus from Baltimore. This Friday, April 20th, pilots are invited to fly the course in a demo race for spectators. The Baltimore City Lights and the Baltimore Drone Prix course will be running full swing. That's this coming Saturday, April 21st, with youth and amateur races running from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. both days. As we move into the 2018 Regional Series, MultiGP will update you on the standings, highlights, and the top pilots moving up in the rankings right here on MultiGP News. West Coast chapters 415 FPV and Team Balin's wrapped up their first regional qualifier in the Southwest region over the weekend, and it's safe to say pilots from Team Velocidrone dominated the leaderboard. Take a look. The first regional qualifier in the Southwest region came to a close last weekend. From the San Francisco area, 415 FPV and Team Balin's joined forces to host 2 qualifiers, with as many as 44 pilots competing in the races between both days. Pilots traveled from all over Northern California, and many were Bay Area locals. The event, sponsored by FPV HQ, Drone Dropbox, and Random Moon FPV. And a big thank you to Ken Marshall of Birch Creek Ranch for hosting an amazing venue. 4 practice rounds were run before noon, 5 qualifying rounds run before 3 p.m., and a 32-person tournament for fun at the end. The event running smoothly until an uninvited guest showed up. Take a look at this slithering surprise. The snake making its way through the pits and pilots interrupting the race, but not for long. It quickly glided its way back to safety. Corey Mewo FPV Ibanez hit 7 laps and 3 times to put him at the top of the national leaderboard. Mewo FPV also taking first in Saturday's qualifier, followed by Robert JFK Lacroix in second and Aaron Inverse Jones taking third. Sunday, the wind kicked up and presented more of a challenge. Rain was predicted for later that afternoon, so the time crunch was in full gear as pilots flew hard to finish up before the nasty weather hit. After several rounds of racing and some grueling competition, here are your top pilots. Currently, Corey Mewo Ibanez leads with 21 laps and 6 minutes 39 seconds .578, which is the total of his best 3 rounds of 5. Remember, the top 100 pilots per region at the cutoff advance to the regional final. The next regional qualifier on the calendar is in Corryton, Tennessee on Saturday, April 21st. Bet you Chief and Heads Up FPV will be there. Followed by Jacksonville, Florida on Sunday, April 22nd for the Southeast region. And Silverado, California on Saturday, April 21st for the Southwest region. For a full list of the regional qualifier schedule, visit MultiGP.com, click on the Championship tab, and select the 2018 regional qualifier schedule. Also, it's now easier than ever to set up your chapter's qualifier race thanks to RaceSync's latest feature. Just log on to MultiGP.com, proceed to your MultiGP chapter's homepage, click the Add Event button, and select Create a Regional Qualifier.
Say MultiGP!
MultiGP!
And when we come back, we're asking you to show us your chapter, details on what we're looking for coming up. Plus, our very own Joe Scully goes down under for the 2018 Australian Open, and an important message regarding the Lightrax XP Tour this summer. Stick around. Hey chapter organizers and pilots, we want you to show us your chapter. All you have to do is snap a group pic of your chapter showing off your gates and flags for a chance to be featured on MultiGP News. So what are you waiting for? Send us your chapter photos to news@multigp.com. And breaking news coming in, MultiGP has received a statement from the Lightrax XP Tour, and I quote, "Dear drone racing community, friends, and families, we are postponing the Lightrax XP Tour. Our primary goal of Lightrax XP is really focused on the experience for the spectators. One of the key tools to enable that success has been delayed. The logistics of scheduling our events has been difficult, and we continue to make venue arrangements for our 2019 launch date. Our video production team requires a little more time to ensure that our products can be the best that it can be. The more time that we can curate investment partners and sponsorship partner relationships, we know that the more spectacular the experiences will be and the more cost-effective we will be able to make the experiences. We share your disappointment but hope that you can join us in our enthusiasm for our February 2019 launch. Sincerely, Austin Wright, Acting CEO, Lightrax XP Tour." End quote. MultiGP's very own race director, EVP of event production, and worldwide voice of drone racing is headed to Australia for the FPVR Aussie Open 2018. The fastest pilot gets a full ride to the US and the MultiGP 2018 International Open. Last year, the Aussie Open introduced us to BMS Thomas Bidmata.
And lastly, the Ultimate Champion, TQ, fastest lap, winning every single heat on the track today. Your legendary champion for 2017, BMS Thomas!
But this year, who will take the FPVR Aussie Open down to then meet us at the International Open? Now don't forget, the MultiGP International Open kicks off August 8th and runs through August 12th at the AMA headquarters in Muncie, Indiana. Due to the high demand of last year's World Cup track, MultiGP is planning a second World Cup track at the 2018 MultiGP International Open. This offers pilots double the amount of World Cup track flying time. Sponsorship opportunities are still available. Sponsors, don't miss out. To learn more, email sales@multigp.com. And pilots, this is a reminder, take advantage of discounted early bird tickets and save $50 on your entry fee. That's enough to buy a new flight controller or something even better. Visit multigp.io and grab your discounted tickets to the 2018 MultiGP International Open. That's all the time we have for this episode of MultiGP News. Remember, make your voice heard, protect Section 336, contact your elected representatives today. For more information, visit modelaircraft.org/protect336. Also, catch glimpses of MultiGP drone racing at the 2017 National Championships during the Reno Championship Air Races this Saturday, April 21st at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on NBC Sports. Finally, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Thanks for watching. I'm Pilara Mene, reporting for MultiGP News. If you like this video, press the like button below, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in being showcased in the next episode of MultiGP News, please contact us at news@multigp.com.